Okay, now you said it's not about unseating the incumbent, it's about unseating an incompetent government.
Yes.
Now, 2023 was also about unseating an incompetent government, and we all know how that turned out. I mean, people came out en masse to vote for Peter Obi, and at the end of the day, you know, we have the president that we have now, which is Bola Ahmed Tinubu. From that incident, looking at 2027, with the same intention of unseating an incompetent government, like you say, do you think that at this point it is something that the citizens of Nigeria still have that confidence or hope that if they go and they cast their votes will actually count? Because we say sitting an incompetent government, but when it comes to what happens in real life, it's not the same thing. So tell us about that.
Now listen, I have to be highly unapologetic to make this statement. We Nigerians should demand for electoral system reforms. That is where most of these things lies. The truth is that we have kept quiet for a very long time. This is not to call for violent outcomes. Our electoral system is decayed, and that is the truth. We are all aware of that. There's nothing to hide about it. And for us to achieve a better electoral system, we need to call for reforms. We need to call for reforms. There has to be a system whereby there should be an independent scenario between the electoral system and even the executive or whoever that is, whatever, so that there could be transparency without influence. As long as we still leave this electoral system the way it is, I think our votes may still not really count, and that is the truth. So the electoral system is the foundation to elect a better leader and for the vote of the average Nigerian to count.
All right. Now, I would like to understand, what would you say are the greatest risks to Obi's ambition? The greatest barriers, challenges so far?
The greatest challenge to Peter Obi's ambition is ethnicity and hypocrisy. Nigeria is such a blessed country, blessed with multicultural scenario, but ethnicity has really dealt with us in this part of the world. And it's a situation whereby you see, even when a certain tribe perceives their own candidate as incompetent, but based on tribe and ethnic bias, they will say we'll vote for this person. Now you could see first 4 years administration of an incompetent administrator or president or governor, or let's say national way president, the tribe associated with that person, even though they have seen that that person did not perform well, they will still insist to vote the person, which is ethnicity. And that has been dealt with us a lot. So one of Peter Obi's greatest risk is ethnicity. A lot of persons would say, since he's Igbo, he can never get my vote. It's happening everywhere. Go to the social media space. It's all in the public domain. You see people making some statements about Peter Obi that he's trying to advance this project. Some people say that he's trying to advance Biafra, that once he enters into seat, he will create Biafra. Can you imagine? And when I look at the names of people making this comment, we know the tribe they are from. Okay, so that's one of the greatest barriers, ethnicity, not even religiosity. Religion is playing a little role because some would say, as long as he's not a Muslim, he's a Christian, I will never vote him. But the main variable that has placed his potentials at risk is ethnicity.
Right now, before we go, looking at the political space and all his contenders, both those that are competing with him and against him, who would you say are the people that are afraid of him? Who would you say, oh, these are the people who are scared of him, that if he comes into power, you know, things would probably not go down well with them?
Every other person who is not within the obedient movement or who is not within the echelon of Peter Obi's candidature are the persons that are afraid. The cabals that has kept this country underdeveloped. You know, Nigeria is a country where a few persons are determining our economic outcome. And that is why you could see a very robust GDP, but the distribution is infinitesimal. Yes, World Bank has reported that our GDP is huge, our gross domestic product. But the problem is the distribution is very poor. Now, there are people that will definitely be poor or whose income will reduce once P2B assumes office, because he's going to dismantle a structure that keeps enriching a few and making others poor. So those persons who are part of those running down our treasury through corruption, through an institutionalized corruptive system, are the persons that are afraid. Imagine somebody coming to take away where you're eating from negatively. You're going to be afraid for that person to assume office. So the corrupt persons, the wicked politicians, the administrators and individuals who are enjoying this economy at the expense of a larger population are the ones who are going to be afraid.